I'm camping up at the Valley of Fire, and they had outdoor water there, and it's so dry here in Las Vegas, Nevada, that when you turned on that water, the bees would come around that water, and we used like a insect repellent. Do you recommend that or no?
I guess it depends on what the ingredients are. If they're a repellent to just repel them, or if it's something with some ingredients that causes harm.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, did they ever find out where all those hats were coming from that were on them pigeons?
You know what? Yeah, allegedly, what they think was going on, and people who don't know or listening that don't know what she's talking about, a rodeo came to town. We had a rodeo in town here for about a week, and we started noticing these pigeons with cowboy hats glued to their head around Fremont Street. And what the suspect is, we suspected it was these rodeo people promoting their rodeo had captured some of these pigeons and were gluing them on their head. Now, I happen to be a vegan. I'm vegan. I don't eat any meat or fish or milk or cheese. Yeah. And so I'm part of these vegan groups here, and I know I'm not one of these people who goes out and protests animal rights, but I know them because we all know each other. And they actually went out and they were able to lure these pigeons, most of them, and rescue these pigeons and get those little cowboy hats off their head.
My God!
Yeah, really?
Well, they use glue traps some places, and those
Right.
are that's what it reminded me of. It's like, oh my gosh, those are like glue traps. Those are awful.
Well, trust me, I'm no fan of pigeons. Okay, I lived in New York when they crapped all over my terrace, and
when I stayed at the Essex house,
yeah.
I went outside to smoke a cigarette. This is back when I was smoking too. I went outside just so that I could possibly get pooped on by a pigeon because I heard it was good luck.
Well, I've heard of that too.
And it happened. I was working at a dry cleaner at the time, luckily, but it happened.
That's you had a fascinating life. Margaret, we are out of time. What do you want to leave us with? We got about 1 minute. What do you want to leave the audience with about Margaret Walter and her bee activities?
Oh, well, God is watching, and He's paying attention, and He loves you, and Yeshua Jesus loves you, and He's calling His children home.
Amen. Thank you so much, Margaret. Okay, keep in touch, and I don't know. Live long and buzz.
Live long and prosper. I hear what's Shatner's birthday, too. Thank you.
Okay, Margaret, good night.
Okay, bye.
I love you, hon. Okay, there you go. Margaret Walter, fascinating woman, has this beehive, hobby, I guess it was. Started. And then she was on that TV show, what was that thing called? My Strange Addiction. And, so, I just figured it would be an interesting show. I thought she's an interesting woman. She actually found our show from listening to the John Pounders and Jake Grant show. So she's into all that Old Testament stuff that they're into as well. Okay. I guess I could fill some time with some announcements. My beautiful daughter Victoria is back at college. She went and took back off to go back to school in D.C. And we still have that GoFundMe, help Victoria Opperman get to college. And we would definitely appreciate your support there because all those expenses with her schooling and stuff and traveling back and forth. They're raising my rent here, my wonderful landlord, that we've been scrambling around here trying to get this move going. And to help us out with all our troubles here, they've decided to raise our rent even more than the increase was going to be because we didn't sign the lease within that period of time. So they're going to rake me for like another $100 a month. These wonderful folks here at the Ladera Apartments in fabulous Las Vegas. They got some apartment buildings out there in California too. Maybe I'll do a whole show about that one day and watch out for these unscrupulous apartment management folks here. So we got that. I'm taping again with Hoffenberg, Stephen Hoffenberg, Jeffrey Epstein's partner and mentor. Been up since, 2 a.m. today because I had to take Vic to the airport. Her flight was at 6 a.m., so we had to be there at 5. So we had to leave here at 20 to 5. Long day. And, how kids are, even though she's a great kid and she's a smart kid and stuff like that, she didn't pack until this morning right before she left. So she forgot half her stuff here. Anyway, what are you going to do? And we had a great trip together, a great visit, and she's back off at school now. So God bless you, Victoria Marie Opperman, greatest kid in the world. We taped another show this week with, who's that guy? I just taped one a minute ago about mass incarceration up in Binghamton, New York. I had an employee that went to college up there in Binghamton, New York, and I had no idea how oppressive the police force was up there and how oppressive their jail system is up there. 11 people died since 2011 in their jail systems, mostly due to lack of medical care in the jails. And we uncovered this thing where when they have an inmate die in custody, they backdate the paperwork and say they were released. And this came up a couple of times in lawsuits. So that's really incredible pattern of corruption here. And as me and my guests were talking about, really nothing can be done about this because there's no accountability to these local governments and municipalities. Also had Bobby Brown came back. Bobby Jean Brown, that gorgeous woman from Cherry Pie Video, and her husband Janie Lane. And we talked about a topic we didn't cover in the last episode, and that was that Janie Lane was sexually abused. He was raped as a young man by some big, powerful musicians at the time that he was connected to. So that's a fascinating story out there. And we got into some other topics, too. She's a little concerned about it. She wants me to kind of edit the show. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. What we're going to do, how much of that I can bleep out, and then maybe I'll put the unbleeped version in the members section at OppermanReport.com. A lot of people, too, complain about the members section. Now, listen, a couple of things about this, okay? A lot of people contact me saying, hey, Ed, I haven't been able to get into the member section for 2 months, for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. It's only been a couple of weeks, guys, that we made any changes to the member section. And even then, we had a temporary password for everybody who contacted me. I gave it a temporary password, and everybody can get in. And again, we've even updated the member section since we've been doing this change to the paywall system. Now, I have no control over this, okay? It's not me sitting around doing nothing. I got to wait for this company to take all the names and passwords from the old company and switch it over and do the migration to the new company. And then you'll be able to use your regular passwords just like you did before. Anybody wants a free month, you got a free month, even though it's only been down for a couple of weeks. Okay? Give you a free month. No one can ever say that Ed Opperman is not fair. Okay? But please, you don't need to contact me telling me that it's not working. I've been announcing over and over again since the middle of December. Okay, that we made this change. You can go back and find the show where I told you we got a temporary password. So, but the member section is back up and running. I'm going to be adding some new content this week. I'm doing a bunch of interviews. People are interviewing me about all my adventures and stuff like that. I got a lot of new opinions I want to give you about the Epstein stuff, the conclusions I'm coming to here. One thing I want you to keep your eye out for is people, these YouTubers and these Twitter superstars. Keep an eye out. I'm noticing a pattern here where I think they're going to be there's going to be some litigation around these characters where they're luring in victims of these kind of sexual abuse cases, like the kind of cases I really work on in real life. That's these guys are going to start attracting these lawsuits and litigation that are really sham lawsuits, just kind of to divert real victims onto the wrong path there. So you really got to keep an eye out on it. I'm seeing so much manipulation and disinformation in this area. It's full time, guys. You have no idea. I'm right in the middle of this stuff. I got my lawsuit against Disney. I got my lawsuit against Epstein. I did the whole Tiger Woods thing. This is my wheelhouse, and KMD Law Firm, KMDlaw.com. That's their wheelhouse as well. I don't know what more. Experience in this area you could be looking for, but I've seen over and over how there's this organized deception and manipulation of victims in these topics here. So anyway, guys, keep supporting the show. Thank you so much, and thank you what's her name there? Margaret Walter, the Addicted to Bee Stings. And now a word from our sponsors. OppermanReport.com. Hey, do you like what you're hearing? Do you like the work that you see us doing here at Opperman Report? You can support that work by becoming a member at OppermanReport.com. And as you have access to over 200 exclusive shows and interviews that you can't find on YouTube or Spreaker or iHeart or iTunes or KYAH. You can't find them anywhere else online, exclusive to our member sections, to our members. Also, too, there's images, videos, documents, court docs. And don't forget, you can hear your ad played here on the Opperman Report, reach hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis because the show is repeated every day all over the world. Contact me at oppermanreport@gmail.com and I'll give you a good deal on advertising rates.
Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
Is your credit in bad shape? Do you need a new car? Ready to buy a new house? You want to rent an apartment? Are you going to apply for a job? Any one of these activities, they're going to ask for a credit report and then check out your credit score. Let Dynamic Solutions 2 erase your negative credit remarks. They offer a life-changing, dynamic financial solution. The finest in fast, professional, affordable credit repair. They have affordable monthly prices. They accept Visa, MasterCard, PayPal options available. You go to www.dynamicsolutions2, that's the number 2.com, or call 424-888-2820. Now, if you enter promo code ED or you mention Ed Opperman, you get a 10% discount. How's that? You get a free consultation, all negative items removed, get back in positive credit position. Dynamic Solutions 2, life-changing dynamic financial solutions.
Are you ready to change your life but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first session today.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com. 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2